All right, y'all, it is time to find out who the best brother duo of Disc Golf Valley is. This is the battle of the brothers. We have Zonker and Zinni, Jussi and Joni, who are well known amongst the top players of the Valley. Then we have a couple of newcomers. Once I found out that they were brothers, Bryce Ross and Marley, I decided to put this little competition together to find out who the best brothers of Disc Golf Valley is. So let's learn a little bit about each of them first, and then we'll get into the competition. All right, we'll kick it off with the Lawrence brothers. So both of these guys have been around a while, even though they're not very old. They're both beta testers, both well known throughout the game. They both live in Ironwood, Michigan. We'll start with the older brother, Zonker, 20 years old. And the thing that annoys him most about his brother is that he's too good at DGV and he's very sassy. Zinni said, again, he's only 16 years old, from Ironwood as well. And he said the thing that annoys him most about his brother is that he sends him about 1,000 memes per day. But he did admit that he's actually not very annoying, and that if anything, as the younger one, he feels like it's his responsibility to be the annoying one. So there you go. There's the Lawrence brothers from Michigan. All right, moving on to our Finnish brothers, Jussi and Joni. If you haven't checked them out, they've been around a long time, both beta testers as well. They are some of the best trick shot masters in the game. If you haven't seen some of their content or their shots, I highly recommend checking it out. Starting with Jussi, he's 27 years old from Lappeenranta, Finland. And the thing that annoys him most about Joni is that whenever he comes to his house, all his liquor seems to disappear. Joni is 29 years old, so the older brother from Kuopio, Finland. And what annoys him about Jussi is he is too lucky all around in life and in Disc Golf Valley, and it really gets under his skin. All right, and last but not least, we have the Neal brothers, Bryce Ross and Marley. So starting with Bryce, we have a 24-year-old from Lebanon, Tennessee. I believe they live together. I know they live in the same city, but I'm pretty sure they live together at home still, because obviously Marley is much younger. The thing that annoys Bryce about Marley the most is that he doesn't try hard enough. He's too cocky. He thinks he can do everything without really trying that hard. So then moving on to Marley, 15-year-old, so super young. These two guys are some of the up-and-comers of Disc Golf Valley, both really good players already. Again, both from Lebanon, Tennessee. And what annoys him the most about Bryce is he basically beats him at everything, and he can't quite get over that. All right, and then as far as the winners go, so the winner brothers get their choice, any disc basically, with this awesome yin yang stamp. I thought this was a stamp that fit this competition well, kind of a sign of brotherhood. So the winning brothers are going to get any disc they want with this awesome stamp. Sorry, it's not the best picture there, but excited about this reward. All right, let's get into the competition. So this is going to be in play with friends mode now that we can see follow flights. And rather than have each player score count on every single hole, we're going to alternate. So starting with Jussi, Zonker, and Bryce Ross, their scores will count on hole 1, and then we're going to alternate from there. So basically I'm going to show the shots of only the players whose score counts, and then we'll have just a combined scorecard for each team. We're going to play a random round for the front 9 and then have a follow-up back 9. So here we go. Front 9, random. Starting out on K-hole Park 3 with Zonker. You can see whose shot I'm showing at the bottom of the screen there. He's throwing his Glide Sapphire, just trying to hit that little gap in between the traps. And he gets it up there, parks it. Easy birdie for Zonker. So they're going to take a birdie on the first hole. And next up is Bryce Ross. He is also going to go with his banana stamped Glide Sapphire. Similar shot. Put a little bit of anhyzer on it. Try to keep it from going too far left in that big wind. And this looks very nice. Should be another easy birdie. This time for Team Neal. Going to get the birdie. There he goes. Finishes off. And then last up, we're going to have Jussi. Jussi, not surprising, throwing his whiteout stamped unicorn musket, Glide musket. You're going to see him and Joni throw the muskets a lot. Definitely old school with the musket, and they use it better than anyone else can in the game. So everybody gets the birdie. We're all tied up after 1 at 1 under. Next up, we are on K-hole Park 9. This is Zinni. He's our left-handed player. So he's got to disc up a little with the glide sticky rive on a forehand, but he gets it through that Mando nicely, even with the distance driver, and should be able to finish off his birdie with the Svea. Next up, Yoni. I mentioned they like their muskets. This is his glide or accurate skip musket. Looking for that little extra distance out of the skip disc. And again, hits that Mando perfectly. Gonna most likely be an easy birdie for him as well. And then last up, we have Marley. Marley's throwing his nice Winter Trail Glide Sapphire. Hits that gap right through the middle. And looks like we're going to have a three-way tie after the first two holes. Everybody's going to be at 2 under. Ignore my par. I'm just trying to play fast and possibly get some better shots, different angles. All right, 2 tied up, 2 under par after 2. Moving on to hole 3. This is Keho Park 7. Jussi here throwing his glide skip captain. It's going to keep it nice and straight. Hopefully it doesn't skip up there into the sand trap. Looks like it's going to be just short. Nicely done for Jussi. Zonker up next, throwing his glide skip DD. I think it's awesome, the game now. There's just such a variety of great discs out there. You're not seeing the same shot, the same disc thrown over and over between these top-level players. There's such a nice variety. So moving on to Bryce Ross. He is going to go with the water skip captain. So interesting choice here. Doesn't go with a skip disc. Figures he's going to get enough distance out of that. Don't have to worry about it going long into the sand. So second shot for Jussi. He's choosing his water skip Strive. Again, not going for a skip. Maybe get a bounce off the bank here. Oh, he almost does. That would have been such a sweet albatross. Nice shot by Jussi. Going to finish off his eagle. Very nice. Bryce up next, going with his big skip gold with that awesome trail. I love that disc every time I see it. This is off to the right, but it's definitely safe. You don't have to worry about the sand over here. And he is only 84 feet. See if he can toss this in. Nicely done. Looks like his throwing disc is the Windbreak Spike. Zonker now going back to that DD. Also trying to get the skip into the basket. This is off to the right a little bit. Oh, don't roll back. Don't. Oh, that's some bad luck there. So he doesn't get the big skip. And he rolls back into the sand. So horrible break there for Team Lawrence, and they fall back a stroke to the other two teams. Moving on to hole 4. We got Lakeside 9 starting here with Yoni. Yoni pulls out what looks like is his glide fuse. Just toss it up there by the rock and log there. Nicely done. Zinni's up next. Keep in mind he's a left-hander. He's got this nice Brandon face stamped glide captain. Oh, is it going to make it? Oh, man. Just barely stays dry. That was his water skip, but he landed too close to the bank. That's why I didn't get the skip off the water, but he still manages to stay dry. Here we go with Marley, trying to decide what he wants to do. Looks like he's going to go for the left side, throwing his water skip Rive on a backhand. And he does get the water skip. Bounces up there nicely, so should make for an easy eagle from there. Here we go with Yoni from the traditional island. Yoni pulling out another traditional disc, the Glide Roll Ballista Pro. And just has enough to carry. That roll should stop it nicely. So Yoni's going to get an eagle and keep his team in the lead. Let's see if Zinni can get his eagle from back here. Again, he pulls out that water skip captain. Brandon style. Oh, again, man, that's 2 water skips he threw that just barely. What are the chances of that? All right, let's see if he can get his eagle here. 82 feet with his Svea. Nicely done, Zinni gets the eagle. And then here we go with Marley trying to finish up. He's going to go with the Glide Roll Rive. Looks like he powers it down just a touch. Doesn't want to go long. On a backhand. This is going to be close. Oh, he gets it to check up nicely. So Marley's going to get his eagle. So everyone gets an eagle now. So it's still going to be the Finns and the Niels up one on the Lawrence team. Moving on to hole number 5, starting out with Zonker. He is going forehand, glide, roll, strive. Looks like it's going to come up a little short, but should make for an easy eagle for Zonker. Going to throw in with his sticky Rainmaker. I think that's his main throw-in disc of choice. Nicely done. Up next, we get Bryce Ross throwing his water skip Rive on a forehand. Very similar shot, but he's throwing a water skip just to get a little extra ground play and get up there closer to the basket. Nicely done by Bryce, and he's going to get his eagle as well. And then last up we get Jussi. Let's see what he decides to throw. Changes his mind. He decides to go with the Glide Diamond. So let's see if it's got enough distance throwing a fairway. Definitely going to carry nice and straight. That wind takes it, and just goes to show you don't need a distance driver there. Jussi gets the eagle as well. And we are still tied up at the top with the Lawrence brothers, one shot down. All right, Zinni up next. See if he can get the ace. Remember, he's left-handed. He's going to go backhand with his Glide Musket. Try to combat the wind a little bit. Oh, it just doesn't quite hang on. Misses just to the right. Should be able to save this, though. No trees in the way. Let's see if anyone's able to ace it. Somebody just dropped it in. Who was that? I don't know, but he must be pretty good. Joni up next, going with his awesome custom-stamped musket, Glide Musket. Going backhand, it's going to be really hard to keep this right of the basket, and sure enough, he goes left off the tree. This is kind of a pretty far second shot. He chooses to go, looks like he's going to stick with the dagger on a forehand. You see even the top players are going to take their time in these big headwinds to make sure they can get it to drop, and he does nicely, saves that birdie. And finishing off with Marley, he's going with the sticky Sampo, also going backhand. So again, it's going to be hard to keep it right of the basket, especially when you aim that high. But he gets a nice kiss off the rock there, so it's going to be an easy birdie. And we are going to be moving on to the last set of holes. Let's see what course it's going to be, and hopefully we have an exciting finish here. There goes Marley finishing off. And we are still tied at the top with Zinni and Zonker down by 1. All right, Bryce is starting us off. Sunshine Glade 2 with his Westy stamped musket. Oh, just to the right. Someone just got the ace. I'm not sure if it's going to count yet. We'll have to see who it is. Let's let Bryce finish off first. And let's see who else is able to knock this in. Zonker up. He's going to go with another Westy stamped disc. This one is the Sticky Stag on a backhand. On a good line. Hang on. Oh, it's just off to the left. No luck for Zonker. So no ace for Zonker there. Last up, we got Jussi. Probably going to do something a little different here. Looks like it's a power down skip sapphire. I love the skip sapphire lines for Sunshine Glade. This is on a forehand. I like to skip mine early. He's skipping it late. And oh man, that was close. Just missed it off. So we did have a couple aces, but none of them counted. So everybody gets the birdie here. And we have the same status. The Finns and the Niels with the one-shot lead over the Lawrence brothers. All right, Joni here going forehand, Explorer. Power down a little bit in this tailwind, I'm sure. See if he can get it to drop. And, oh, that was looking good, just off to the right. So no luck for Joni. Someone's able to get it. Let's see if it's someone that actually counts. I believe it is. So here we go. Marley, you just saw it pop up. Let's see what he uses. Looks like basically the same line and same disc. He's got the Sticky Instinct as Joni tried on a forehand. And bam, nice shot by Marley. Nice ace to pick them up a stroke and take the outright lead. Let's see what Zinni can do. Going with his Svea on a backhand. Remember, he's a lefty, so it's going to turn off to the left at first. And, oh, that looks good. Oh, man, just didn't quite have the height. Just barely missed it for Zinni. So the Neal brothers take the outright lead. 12 under, 11 under for the Finns, and 10 under for the Lawrence brothers. Last hole, we got Sunshine Glade 1, UC up. Can he get the ace with his windbreak Claymore? Looks like he's aiming right at the basket. Giving it a little bit of hyzer. On a forehand. Oh, that was Anheuser, sorry. I didn't realize he was throwing forehand until I saw the flight. But just skipped out. No luck for UC. Me and Yoni get it, but it doesn't matter. Here goes Bryce. What's he going to do? Settles in on his trusty windbreak spike. Aim nice and high. And everyone's getting aces, but not Bryce. No luck there for Bryce. Last up, we have Zonker. See if he can pick his team up by a stroke. They're down by 2 right now to the lead. Looks like he's going with his drop. I know there's a default aim, but looks like he adjusts his aim a little bit. This is the sticky drop. He wants a nice straight pullback. And he gets it to go. Nicely done by Zonker. So there we go. The front 9 is over. You can see the score. We got the new up-and-comer Neal brothers in the lead by 1, 13 under. And then the Finns and the Lawrence brothers right behind them, 1 stroke back. And I can't wait to find out what happens next because we have an exciting finish. For the back 9, we're going to do the same thing where we alternate which teammate's score counts. So we're starting with the other group of brothers this time. We'll start with Yoni, Marley, and Zinni on hole 1 of Foxtail Meadows. It's going to be our back 9. So going to be super exciting. Lots of separators, as you guys know, on Foxtail Meadows. So I can't wait to find out who the best brothers of the valley are. Stay tuned.